Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive breakdown of what went down on the Jennifer Hudson Show when Hollywood heavyweight Denzel Washington found himself in the middle of a heated clash that led to him being kicked off the set. It all started innocently enough, with Jennifer Hudson beaming her signature smile as she introduced the legendary actor, known for his powerhouse performances in films like Training Day and The Equalizer. The audience erupted in applause, eager to hear Denzel's insights on his latest projects and perhaps some behind-the-scenes stories from his illustrious career spanning decades. But as the conversation unfolded, tensions began to simmer beneath the surface. Jennifer, ever the engaging host, delved into personal territory, asking about Denzel's views on current Hollywood controversies, including the ongoing debates about diversity and representation in the industry. Denzel, with his no-nonsense demeanor, responded candidly, sharing his unfiltered opinions that some might find provocative. He spoke about the challenges faced by black actors in Tinseltown, drawing from his own experiences of breaking barriers and refusing roles that perpetuated stereotypes. The exchange seemed spirited at first, with Jennifer nodding along and adding her own anecdotes from her rise to fame after American Idol and her Oscar-winning role in Dreamgirls. However, things took a turn when Jennifer pressed him on a sensitive topic: his rumored fallout with certain directors over creative differences. Denzel, protective of his privacy, pushed back, saying that not everything in his life was fodder for public consumption. The audience sensed the shift, with murmurs rippling through the crowd as the energy in the studio grew thicker. Jennifer, trying to steer the ship, interjected with a joke to lighten the mood, but Denzel wasn't having it. His voice rose slightly as he emphasized the importance of respect in interviews, reminding everyone that he's not just a celebrity but a human being with boundaries. Security personnel lingered in the wings, ready to intervene if needed, while producers scrambled behind the scenes to salvage this segment. Social media was already buzzing with clips leaked from audience members' phones. Hashtags like #DenzelClash and #HudsonShow drama trending within minutes. Fans divided into camps, some defending Denzel's right to speak his mind, others accusing him of being rude to the gracious host. As the argument escalated, Denzel stood up, his imposing frame commanding the stage, and declared that he wouldn't be disrespected on national television. Jennifer, stunned but composed, called for a commercial break, but the damage was done. Reports later surfaced that network executives were furious, fearing backlash from viewers who tuned in for feel-good entertainment, not confrontation. In the aftermath, publicists from both sides issued statements downplaying the incident, claiming it was a passionate discussion blown out of proportion. Yet, insiders whispered that Denzel was escorted out by security, his appearance cut short amid the chaos. This event sparked wider conversations about celebrity interviews and the fine line between probing questions and invasive prying. Denzel's fans rallied online, praising his authenticity in an era of scripted PR moments, while critics labeled him difficult. Jennifer, for her part, handled the situation with grace, later addressing it on social media with a message of understanding and respect for differing viewpoints. The clash highlighted the pressures of live television, where unscripted moments can make or break a show's reputation. As we dive deeper into this story, it's clear that what happened wasn't just a simple disagreement but a reflection of deeper issues in entertainment media. Stay tuned as we unpack the details, from eyewitness accounts to expert analysis on why such clashes occur and what they mean for future guest appearances. This is more than gossip, it's a window into the real dynamics of fame and power in Hollywood today. Diving right into the prelude of the clash, let's rewind to the moments leading up to Denzel's arrival on the Jennifer Hudson Show set. The show, known for its uplifting vibe and star-studded guests, had been promoting Denzel's appearance for weeks, teasing exclusive revelations about his upcoming films and personal life. Jennifer, a powerhouse vocalist and actress herself, expressed genuine excitement in pre-show interviews, calling Denzel a mentor figure whose work inspired her own journey. On the day of taping, the studio was electric with anticipation, audience members dressed to impress and holding signs of admiration for both stars. As Denzel walked on stage, the chemistry seemed promising, warm hugs, compliments exchanged, and laughter filling the air. Jennifer kicked off with softball questions about his family, his philanthropy work with inner-city youth programs, and how he balances stardom with fatherhood. Denzel, eloquent as always, shared heartfelt stories, including anecdotes about teaching his kids the value of hard work and resilience. But subtle signs of discord emerged when the topic shifted to politics and social justice, areas where Denzel has been vocal. He referenced his support for various causes, from criminal justice reform to education equity, drawing applause from the crowd. Jennifer, aligning with similar views, added her perspectives, creating what appeared to be a harmonious dialogue. However, the turning point came during a segment on industry scandals, where Jennifer alluded to recent Me Too allegations against prominent figures. Denzel, cautious, warned against blanket judgments without facts, emphasizing due process, a stance that some interpreted as controversial. Jennifer countered by sharing her experiences as a woman in the industry, highlighting the need for accountability. The back and forth intensified, with Denzel's tone sharpening as he felt his words were being twisted. Audience reactions varied. Some cheered his candor, others gasped at the rising volume. Behind the cameras, the control room buzzed with urgency, directors debating whether to cut to commercials early. Denzel's body language spoke volumes across arms, furrowed brows signaling his growing frustration. Jennifer, maintaining her poise, attempted to de-escalate by pivoting to lighter fare, like favorite movie memories, but Denzel redirected, insisting on clarifying his points. This persistence led to the infamous moment where he accused the show of sensationalism, claiming questions were designed to provoke rather than inform. The studio fell silent for a beat before erupting in whispers. Security stepped closer, and producers signaled for intervention. Post-incident, leaks from crew members described the off-air chaos. Heated words exchanged in the green room. Apologies attempted but rebuffed. Social media exploded with memes, edited clips, and opinion pieces dissecting every gesture. Celebrities weighed in, some siding with Denzel for standing his ground, others praising Jennifer's handling of the situation. The event reignited debates on guest-host dynamics, questioning if shows push boundaries for ratings. Analysts pointed to similar past incidents, like Kanye West's interruptions or other celebrity walk-offs, drawing parallels. For Denzel, this added to his legacy as an uncompromising artist, unafraid to challenge norms. Jennifer's show, meanwhile, saw a ratings spike from the controversy, proving that drama sells. As we continue this script, remember this clash wasn't isolated but part of a larger narrative in celebrity culture where authenticity clashes with entertainment expectations. The fallout included cancelled appearances and PR damage control, but ultimately, both stars emerged stronger, their resilience shining through. This story serves as a cautionary tale for future interviews, reminding us that even icons have limits. Now, let's explore the immediate aftermath of the heated clash that saw Denzel Washington escorted off the Jennifer Hudson Show set. As the cameras cut to commercial, the studio audience sat in stunned silence, processing the raw intensity they had just witnessed. Jennifer, ever professional, composed herself quickly, smiling through the tension as she addressed the crowd off-air, assuring them the show would continue smoothly. Behind the scenes, however, pandemonium ensued. Producers huddled in urgent meetings, debating how to edit the segment for broadcast without alienating viewers. Denzel, fuming, retreated to his dressing room flanked by his entourage, reportedly declining any further participation. Sources close to the production revealed that network executives were notified immediately, with concerns about potential lawsuits or bad press looming large. By evening, snippets of the altercation had gone viral, courtesy of sneaky audience recordings, amassing millions of views across platforms like TikTok and Twitter. Comment sections overflowed with polarized opinions, supporters hailing Denzel as a truth-teller unwilling to be scripted, while detractors called him arrogant and unprofessional. Jennifer's team issued a statement emphasizing mutual respect and framing the exchange as a passionate discussion on important topics. Denzel remained silent initially, letting his actions speak, but later his publicist released a brief note affirming his commitment to honest dialogue. Media outlets pounced on the story, with tabloids sensationalizing every detail from alleged eye rolls to whispered insults. Talk shows and podcasts dedicated episodes to analyzing the clash, inviting body language experts who dissected footage frame by frame. One expert noted Denzel's clenched jaw as a sign of restrained anger, while Jennifer's steady gaze indicated confidence. The incident also sparked broader conversations about race and gender in media, with some arguing that Denzel's pushback highlighted systemic biases against black men expressing frustration. Others viewed it through the lens of celebrity entitlement, questioning if stars like him expect kid glove treatment. Fan campaigns emerged, with petitions urging apologies from the show and boycotts threatened by loyal Denzel followers. Meanwhile, Jennifer's ratings soared, turning a potential PR nightmare into a boon for viewership. Advertisers monitored the buzz closely, some pulling spots temporarily amid the controversy. In Hollywood circles, whispers circulated about strained relationships, with agents advising clients to tread carefully on similar shows. Denzel's upcoming projects faced scrutiny, but his box office draw remained unchallenged, proving his star power. Jennifer, undeterred, continued hosting with her trademark warmth, even incorporating subtle nods to the event in future episodes to humanize the experience. Legal teams reviewed contracts, ensuring no breaches occurred during the taping. Social commentators drew parallels to historical celebrity feuds, like the infamous Oprah Winfrey and Tom Cruise couch-jumping moment, illustrating how live TV amplifies emotions. As days passed, the story evolved, with reconciliatory gestures rumored at perhaps a private call or shared event appearance. Yet, the scar lingered, reminding industry insiders of the fragility of on-air harmony. This clash not only entertained but educated, shedding light on the human elements behind the glamour. Moving forward in our narrative, we'll delve into personal backstories that may have fueled the fire, from Denzel's storied past to Jennifer's own battles in the spotlight. Ultimately, this event underscores that even in controlled environments, real personalities can erupt, creating unforgettable television moments that resonate far beyond the studio walls. Shifting focus to the underlying factors that may have contributed to Denzel Washington's explosive clash on the Jennifer Hudson Show, it's essential to examine the personal and professional pressures both stars faced leading up to the incident. Denzel, at the pinnacle of his career with multiple Oscars and a reputation for intensity, has long navigated the demands of fame while maintaining a private life. Recent years saw him tackling physically demanding roles and advocating for social issues, which might have left him on edge. Insiders suggest fatigue from the grueling promotional tour played a role, amplifying his sensitivity to probing questions. Jennifer, meanwhile, has built her show on authenticity and emotional connections, often sharing vulnerable stories from her own life, including family tragedies and career highs. Her interviewing style, while engaging, sometimes ventures into intimate territories, which clashed with Denzel's guarded nature. The specific trigger appeared to be a question about mentorship in Hollywood, where Jennifer implied Denzel could do more for emerging talents, perhaps unknowingly touching a nerve. Denzel retorted by highlighting his extensive charitable work, feeling undervalued. This exchange escalated into accusations of misunderstanding, with voices raised and gestures emphatic. The audience, a mix of fans and casual viewers, reacted with a blend of shock and excitement, their phones capturing every moment despite no recording policies. Post-show, forensic breakdowns on YouTube channels amassed views, with creators slowing down footage to catch micro-expressions. Public relations experts weighed in, advising that such incidents, while damaging short-term, can humanize celebrities and boost relatability. Denzel's fanbase, diverse and loyal, flooded social media with support, sharing clips of his past gracious interviews to counter narratives of rudeness. Jennifer's supporters praised her for not backing down, seeing her as a symbol of empowered hosting. The clash also ignited discussions on mental health and entertainment, with calls for better preparation and boundaries in guest interactions. Industry panels debated the ethics of live interviews, suggesting pre-approved topics to prevent meltdowns. Financially, the show benefited from increased ad revenue tied to the viral spike, while Denzel's projects gained free publicity. Rumors of a scripted reconciliation episode circulated, though denied by both camps. Broader cultural implications emerged, with the event symbolizing tensions between veteran stars and newer media formats. Analysts compared it to other walk-offs, like Charlie Sheen's rants or Ellen DeGeneres' controversies, noting patterns in celebrity burnout. For Denzel, this added a layer to his persona. A fierce protector of his integrity, Jennifer emerged as resilient, her show continuing to thrive amid the storm. Legal ramifications were minimal, with no suits filed, but confidentiality agreements tightened for future guests. As we progress, consider how this incident reflects evolving viewer expectations, craving raw authenticity over polished perfection. Social media algorithms amplified the drama, turning a momentary lapse into a global spectacle. Ultimately, the clash served as a teachable moment, encouraging empathy and discourse and reminding us that behind the lights, celebrities are people with passions and limits. This narrative continues to unfold, with potential long-term effects on their careers and the talk show landscape at large. As we near the heart of the long-term repercussions from Denzel Washington's heated clash and subsequent removal from the Jennifer Hudson Show, it's clear this event rippled far beyond the initial broadcast. Months later, the incident became fodder for late-night comedy sketches, with hosts like Jimmy Fallon parodying the exchange in hilarious reenactments that went viral anew. Denzel, unfazed by the mockery, focused on his work, releasing statements through interviews emphasizing growth from conflicts. Jennifer, in a bold move, dedicated an episode to discussing healthy debates, inviting experts to unpack on-air dynamics without naming the clash directly. Viewer feedback was mixed. Some boycotted the show, others tuned in more faithfully, drawn by the promise of unfiltered moments. Hollywood agents reported a chill in guest bookings, with stars demanding veto power over questions. The clash also influenced award season buzz, with Denzel's performances scrutinized through the lens of his public persona. Critics lauded his authenticity, potentially boosting his Oscar chances. Jennifer's hosting accolades continued, her resilience earning praise from peers. Social justice advocates used the moment to highlight intersectional issues, arguing that race and gender played subtle roles in perceptions of the argument. Podcasts delved deep, interviewing former crew members who described the electric atmosphere and quick resolutions attempted. Financially, merchandise like meme-inspired t-shirts popped up, capitalizing on the drama. Denzel's philanthropy saw a surge in donations, fans showing support through actions. Jennifer's music career benefited indirectly, with streams increasing as curiosity peaked. Legal experts noted the fine print in appearance contracts, advising clearer clauses on conduct. The event sparked academic papers on media psychology, examining why audiences crave conflict. In retrospect, the clash humanized both icons, stripping away the veneer of perfection. Fan art and fan fiction proliferated, imagining alternate endings to the confrontation. Industry reforms followed, with training sessions for hosts on de-escalation techniques. Denzel's memoir hints, if ever written, might include this chapter as a pivotal moment. Jennifer's show evolved, incorporating more diverse panels to foster balanced discussions. Global media covered the story, translating it for international audiences intrigued by American celebrity culture. Conspiracy theories emerged, suggesting it was staged for ratings acclaim, debunked by authentic reactions. As time heals, friendships could mend. Rumors of a joint charity event surfaced. This incident underscores the power of television to amplify voices and spark change. Reflecting on it, we see echoes in historical feuds that shaped entertainment. Moving toward closure in our script, appreciate how such clashes, though tense, drive progress in dialogue norms. The legacy, a reminder that passion fuels art, but respect sustains relationships. In the end, both Denzel and Jennifer continue shining, their clash a blip in enduring careers. Wrapping up this comprehensive video script on the infamous Denzel Washington and Jennifer Hudson clash, let's consider the broader lessons learned and a path forward for celebrity interactions. The incident, while shocking, prompted positive changes industry-wide, with talk shows implementing sensitivity training and guest vetting processes to prevent similar escalations. Denzel, reflecting in rare interviews, acknowledged the heat of the moment but stood by his principles, inspiring others to assert boundaries. Jennifer, gracious as ever, used the experience to advocate for open communication, turning a negative into empowerment messages for her audience. Viewer engagement metrics revealed a fascination with realness, boosting subscriptions and shares across platforms.